John Fedro with mobilehomeinvesting.net, and I want to make an updated video to a previous video I made a number of years ago. How much money do you need to get started to safely invest in individual mobile homes, both on private land that you're also going to own and located in pre-existing mobile home parks? How much capital do you need to get started? I've had the privilege of working with a lot of folks around the country, and I really understood, the capital that's sort of needed, and I want to sort of download that and give you my thought process of how much capital it needs. In my opinion, you can have sort of less than $3,000, which is one aspect of this business, $3,000 to $20,000, and then over $20,000. We're going to come back to this in just a moment. I first want to say to everyone watching, I don't care if you have less than $3,000 or you have over $2 million put aside. In my opinion, brainwash yourself that you're 18 years old again, you're broke, you hardly have any money, you hardly have any credit, and you have to make this business work. Just because you have however much money you have doesn't mean you have to go throw that money at something. Just because you have the money doesn't mean that you have to throw money at a situation, at a seller. We can be creative, we can be proactive, we can think outside the box, we can be assertive. And again, being frugal is important. We can always sort of, default to like throwing money at something, but let's not do that right away. Really, brainwash yourself. So even if you have a lot of money, again, sort of just pretend that you don't. And now let's kind of talk about this. If you haven't noticed already, I'm wearing the new Investing Since Before Mobile Homes Were Cool shirt. Whether you've been investing for years and years or you just got started recently, you can look like a professional. Along the back it says, I buy mobile homes, and all proceeds go to charity. Super soft material. Pick yours up today. What strategies do you have when you're investing what kind of different money? Now, if you have under $3,000 or $5,000 or $20,000 or $2 million, it's important in my mind to get clarity of the entire marketplace. If you have $2 million, you can just go buy, brand new mobile homes, put them on individual lots in mobile home parks or buy your own land, and you can sell those. Now, does that mean it's a good deal? Maybe, maybe not. Does it mean that it's the path of least resistance? Maybe, maybe not. Are there other opportunities for you to capitalize on that might be a bit easier and quicker and streamlined and get you to your goal of generating cash flow quicker than, just throwing money at brand new homes? Yes. So again, for everyone listening, no matter how much money you have, in my opinion, when I work with folks, I want them to get clarity on the entire marketplace. Not just the easy stuff online, but what's out there, who's selling what, why are they selling, and let's make offers strategically to most folks that fit our criteria. Once you make offers to a number of folks out there, you can then move forward with the path of least resistance. Now, if you have $3,000 or below, if you're talking to the entire marketplace and you know not only who's selling what, this person has a 2-bedroom or a 3-bedroom or a home that needs more work or a clean home, and then why are they selling? And we make offers to most people out there. By the time you get started after your first couple weeks, ideally you're making a few dozen offers to different sellers inside of communities. And is your $3,000, or let's say $5,000, let's kind of brainwash that you have $5,000, you're getting started in mobile home investing, you've now taken the time to have clarity in the market, you know who's selling what, why, and you're ready to make offers to people. Well, is your $5,000, is that going to be able to help everybody out there? No, of course not. Is it going to be able to help most people? Your $5,000 be able to help, most folks? No, probably not even close. Is $20,000 going to do that? Probably not. Depending on the area, $20,000 may or may not help most people. It's a lot of money. Even $5,000 or $3,000 or $2,000. That is a lot of money, and will that be able to help, a couple people move on with their life? Whether you're making them payments, whether it's to catch up their back note, whether they're being evicted from the community, or there's ownership problems, or there's title issues, or the seller's confused. The list goes on. But it's important to understand who's out there making offers to most folks, and then moving forward with the path of least resistance. So does that mean that you move forward with the mobile home that you're going to have to move it after you buy it? Or maybe you can buy it with payments. Or maybe you can buy it for cash and then sell it for cash. Or maybe you can purchase the home for no cost, but it needs a ton of repairs, or no holding costs, or something, some other type of situation. And you don't need to buy 5 properties at once. I know you may want to, but crawl before you walk and run. And in the beginning, focus on quality instead of quantity. And you don't need to buy 5 homes at once. So doing them one at a time with the path of least resistance will be, kind of a good path to move forward with, the path of least resistance. And so no matter what dollar amount that you have, going back to the first thing I said on this video, I don't care if you have $20,000 or $3,000, just because you have the money doesn't mean that you have to, spend it. So I would encourage you to go after those lower priced homes that we can purchase, clean, and then resell, probably on payments. And if you sell on payments, depending on if you've watched my other videos, I want you to make your money back in 6 to 12 months. Or 3 to 6 months if you can, but usually 6 to 12 months or less, making 5 years worth of, you're collecting payments for 5 years, and you're making $300 per month minimum. So that's sort of the, when you sell the home, what you should sort of be gravitating towards if you're selling on payments. If you're selling for cash, you're trying to triple your money, maybe double it. But let's talk about now the different strategies that you have, because even if you have $0, or let's say $1,000 or $2,000 or $3,000, if you get clarity on the marketplace, you can make a number of offers and you can help some people. Again, is $3,000 going to help everybody? No, not even close. Is it going to help most people or many people? Probably not. But is it going to help some people for you to get your first deal and then go to the next one and then go to the next one and the next one? Yes, but keep in mind with $3,000, you need to be very strategic. Everything you do, why you're spending the money, what you're going to be doing for repair, the holding cost, the realistic exit strategy. But when you're buying this home, could you potentially buy it for all cash? Maybe, maybe not, depending on the negotiation, what the seller's looking for. You can wholesale the home, you can broker the home potentially if you're licensed. You can buy the home for payments, you can take an option or buy it with a lease option. You can partner with the seller, that's an option if you know what you're doing. You can use other people's money, you can purchase the home subject to the underlying loan, whether it's on a piece of land or in a park. If it's in a park, there's kind of a lot more to-dos and things to watch out for, or other strategies. You can use a credit card or home equity line of credit, but I sort of don't want to include that. Credit cards, home equity lines of credit are slippery slopes. Make sure if you do borrow money, you're paying that back first. And ideally, maybe you shouldn't borrow money to start a business. So if you're able to save $1, $2, $3 grand, that would be good. Having more money would give you more of a cushion. Although you don't want to make any mistakes, everything you should do should be strategic, no matter how much money you have. If you only have $1, $2, or $3,000, you might run out of money if you don't know what you're doing. And if you have $3,000 or $3,000 to $20,000, you're going to run out of money eventually. So of your first 10 properties, in my opinion, you're probably selling 50% of them for cash. You want to raise more capital to buy more homes that you can hold long term. So if you have to sell some homes for cash in the beginning, it's important to know that going into the property. And again, spoiler alert, you may see that, well, these are exactly alike. You can buy for cash depending on the home. Again, is this amount of money going to help every seller? No, but will it help some? And are there other ways that you can help sellers? Something I should have put here is giving the seller other options, because although that's not necessarily helping you, if you talk to a seller and you can honestly give them other options, as an authority in the local market to say, here is X, Y, and Z that I think you should do. It's not going to help me, buy your home or my company, but it will help you kind of move on with your life. And, I think that you should do this. This is what I would tell my own family. And so that's something I probably should have added here, as possible strategies, just to, bottom line, help the seller. Think of them as a human being. And if you're not going to be able to legitimately help them, because some sellers need the help of an investor, they want the help of an investor, and a lot of sellers just in life don't need the help of an investor. They can sell their home retail, they're patient, they have time, their home is beautiful. So let's give them some help. Let's give them a verbal pat on the back, or kind of, point them in the direction based on what we've been seeing and what we've learned in the market. That was sort of abstract, but I wanted to make a point that, not just buying the home can help the seller. You can just, help them with your words. I'm going to go ahead and cross off credit cards and HELOC as well. There's nothing wrong with using those, but again, if you don't have to, that would be ideal. And then over $20,000, the props are being destroyed, is the same thing. Can you buy for cash? Yes. Can you wholesale? Can you broker? Can you purchase on payments depending on the home, depending on the seller? Can you purchase for free? Can you purchase with an option or a lease option, or partner with the seller? If you've ever done that or know different strategies for doing that, that's an option. You can use other people's money. You can purchase subject to the underlying loan. Everything else that we described in all of these, you can do with either a few grand or a lot of money, depending on how much action you're taking, who you know that's selling. And if you're talking to like 1 or 2 or 3 sellers, you're back sort of against the wall. It's like, okay, well, where do I spend my money? Because these are the only sellers I'm talking to. When you start to understand the full market and know who's selling what and why, you can make offers strategically to most people and then move forward just one home at a time, no matter how much money you have. Less than $3,000, $1,000. Again, will that $1,000 help everyone? No. Will it help some people? Do you need to be very, very strategic on what you do? Because $1,000 is not it's a lot of money to, and will help some people move on to the next chapter of their life, but you really have to be strategic. Keep saving your money. In my opinion, being somewhere here, 3 to 5 grand. If you have over 10,000, over 15,000, in my opinion, forget that you have it. And that's very important. Over 15,000, in my opinion, push it out of your mind. You don't need that. To get started with mobile homes. Now, with that said, if you have more money, you can invest in more properties, but I still would want you to kind of have that mentality of that you only have 15 grand would be my advice to you. And then even with 15 grand, you're going to have to sell some homes for cash in order to raise more capital and then invest more money back into mobile homes. So I hope that made all sense. I hope that all made sense. I do make another video that talks about the getting started on different types of budgets. I'll link that in the description as well. If you have any follow-up questions, you can go ahead and reach out to me at support@mobilehomeinvesting.net or check out mobilehomeinvesting.net for more mobile home and mobile home investing tips and videos. Thank you so much for watching. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.